What's up?
There it is. What's up? Good evening, lads and lasses, and welcome to part 8 of this playthrough of Death Stranding 2. According to my PlayStation home screen, I'm about 64% through the main game, so we're over the halfway point. I think How Long to Beat also had it in the 30-something hour range. And I'm sitting at about 20 hours, I do believe. So we're getting there. We're making progress, and I have a couple more lines through my gaming monitor that I didn't have Sunday. So that's something else I'm just going to have to rough it out and deal with for now. It's not horrible, but it still sucks to look at. But anyway, Sunday night, we speculated a little bit on old baby Lou there. Because, let's see here. Well, just press continue. As you can see here, we see Lou in the BB pod. But we all know at the beginning of the game that Lou was much older than that and was killed. And we went to talk to the doctor, and the theory now at this point is that nobody else has seen Lou in this pod, and that this is all just a manifestation that Sam wants to see. So that this actually isn't real. Because at the beginning of the game, we saw that what essentially was probably a BT version of Lou climbed back into the pod, and that's what Sam's been carrying around this whole time. But let's see. And then we also took out another weapons manufacturing area from Higgs down here, and we did some exploring up in the mountains. Made a couple more deliveries and made some more connections. So, my next, we also learned that the BB pod that Lou was in, was given the serial number BB00, which that part doesn't quite add up to me because, to my knowledge, Sam was the original bridge baby. In the first game, that was revealed. And then, unless they restarted, with the new experimentation, because there was a pause and all that, and they kind of, took their research on the BBs underground and, wasn't public anymore. And then we also learned that Rainey, who is still 7 months pregnant, has a healthy baby boy, but she will not progress past 7 months. So she will forever be 7 months pregnant. I think that just about covers the bases on the recaps. What's up, Grim? Thanks for coming and hanging out as always. And I don't remember why they told me I needed to go to the bridge. I don't remember what they had more information on or what the deal was. I kind of forgot. But while we check that out, I'm going to crack open ye old Mountain Day. Hopefully you got yourself a beverage to enjoy while we hang out for a couple hours.
Just a little more work, and we'll have linked up the whole continent.
Allow me to reestablish our connection with the network.
And we're off.
Onwards. assuming red equals bad.
Crazy. I've lost track of my hand. It's gone.
Are we caught in a surge?
I don't know. There shouldn't be any other currents in our vicinity.
Unidentified object approaching.
Everyone brace for impact. What's wrong?
The rudder's unresponsive.
I think something's dragging us.
The connection to my hand has been severed somehow. Right now, I'm flying blind.
Dolman, do you sense anything?
No, it's not a BT.
Well, something's still pulling us down.
Much deeper and the ship's hull won't be able to handle the pressure.
Evasive action.
Out of the way, Kitty!
It's no good. Can't break free.
Discharge tar ballast. Rapid ascent. Now!
Too risky. We have no idea where we're going to surface.
We have no choice. Open blast shields.
If we don't do something, it'll crush us.
God damn it, it's Higgs. Kind of thought that's who it was going to end up being. Yeah, come on board, guy.
Hold it. I'm hardly a repatriate, but I'm immortal enough. Damn. When'd you start rolling with such a big cruise, Sam? Settle. Unless you want me to blow her head off. Well. You roll back the clock and that old time fall soaked hide of yours, huh? You know I'm only here to get revenge on you and Sam. The rest of y'all I really have no quarrel with, so, you let me keep the two of them and y'all can fuck off. No? Oh. I want to die together. Except for the fact that Sam's a repatriate, so he can't really share in your sad fate. But before I pop him, he gets to watch me kill all y'all.
Oh, shit.
could all go down with the ship.
It's all up to you, Sam.
No time to waste. Let's head out, Sam.
Sam, it looks like that thing coiled around the Magellan is some sort of giant ghost mech. You're our only hope of freeing the ship from its grasp. Gear up and get ready to head out. If you can get it to let go and draw it away from us, we should be able to provide fire support. We're counting on you, Sam.
No idea what the fuck just happened. What the fuck is up with Higgs? What the fuck is up with tomorrow? But it looked cool, so yay. What do I actually have right now? Let's start there. I don't need these. Probably don't need these. But yeah, there's definitely a Crow or Joker vibe going on with Higgs at the moment, which makes sense. You know, if you're remotely familiar with Kojima's work, you'll know that you know, dude's big on his movies. Yeah, let's take a handful of assault rifles. Take a machine gun, grenade launcher. Take a couple grenade launchers. I don't really need my truck. Okay, I guess it's, yeah, that is true. Fair point. This looks pretty similar to the other one that I fought. I like how he had nothing on his back, fell off the thing, and now he's got a bunch of stuff on his back. It broke my immersion.
The Magellan is a sitting duck right now. Head out and engage the enemy so we can get some breathing room here. Sam! Try not to hit the ship, will you?
That must have done something. Opening fire now.
You know what I did forget, though? More blood bags.
Are you injured, Sam?
Leave him alone.
Good on you, Sam.
Whoops.
Hold on, I got your back.
I do have those BTs, but I'm not too overly worried about this right now. feel like I should save those BTs for when I really need them.
Engaging. The Magellan to the bad way. Keep it together, old girl. Opening fire now. Leave him alone.
Okay, go for the kill.
Opening fire now. Engaging. Don't worry, Sam. I'm here. Good on you, Sam.
Just like that, Sam.
Leave him alone.
All right, and he's down.
I am invincible!
Well, that was fun. Nothing like a good old-fashioned boss fight. Cargo grenades allows you to throw grenade-filled cargo containers at enemies. Neat.
Great job, Sam. The only reason we're still alive is because you were here to save us. Come back to the ship. You've earned yourself a rest.
Good morning, Sam. I understand that your room didn't suffer any major damage. Unfortunately, the rest of the DH Magellan wasn't so lucky. The ship is unable to travel in its current state, but Tarman's doing his best to get us back in action. I'm about to leave to pick up some supplies for repairs. When you're ready to head out, I suggest you head to the bridge and get Tarman to brief you on the situation.
Oh, somebody else can actually do something now?
Afterwards, check the ship's delivery terminal to find out which part of the continent you'll need to link up next. The show must go on, after all.
All right, to the bridge we go then.
So, how's everything looking?
We'll be able to repair the plating and the propulsion system using chiral printed parts. Fragile's team will pick up any additional materials that are necessary. The nav console I use to read the tar currents isn't broken. I just need a little more time to restore the connection with my hand. Won't be much longer now.
Tarman.
He came to visit me in my room.
Thank you. Oh, I see you're holding hands now, eh? Hands allow us to connect. Form bonds.
You think you'll ever find your missing hand?
Now that's a bond I doubt will ever be broken.
Looks like we're good to go.
We'll see you later.
Stay safe out there.
Are you excited to head out? So excited. She's here.
Oh, there's Fragile.
Okay.
Why do I feel like this is going to end badly and I'm going to have to go on a rescue mission?
Hey, be safe out there.
Thank you.
What if you run into trouble on the way?
We'll be fine. Remember, you're talking to the former head of Fragile Express.
You two be all right?
We all have dooms. No need to worry about us.
And we're tougher than you, too.
I mean, yeah,
Watch yourself
tomorrow
out
she can fuck some stuff up.
Take care of each other.
Sam, although everyone's hard at work repairing the DHV Magellan, it will unfortunately be some time before we can travel again. Nevertheless, putting our plans on hold is out of the question. We must continue to press on. Extending the chiral network remains our priority. Your next objective is to link up South Fort Knot. Though you'll need to get another site online before that will be possible.
Because of course.
And unlike before, the DHV Magellan will be unable to advance to your position after you've expanded coverage. During this period, you'll need to operate without our support. Fragile, Rainy, and Tomorrow are gone procuring materials for repairs. And Tarman has his hands full tending to the ship. He'd also like to improve the ship's arsenal, as a precautionary measure. And bringing South Fort Knot into the chiral network will be necessary to do that. I say this to reassure you that the whole team is committed to getting the ship back up and running, and that we mean to join you as soon as we can. It's just gonna take us a little while, that's all. For now, head to the Phantom Smith shelter and put him on the grid. The associated main order can be accessed via this delivery terminal.
Okay, so he wants me to deliver to this guy first. Oh, I gotta go get the cargo and then deliver it to this guy. And then I'm assuming this is South Fort Knot. Down here. Or maybe down here. One of the two. Well, I think I'm seeing some more cargo catapults in our future. Yeah, it took a while to get there, but it's like, okay, we're finally going to send you out, and you're going to have to be on your own. I can appreciate that. So I'm going to take 2 more of these. Give me this, too. But I think... I think I'm all set. So, what I'm going to do... Oh, of course, we got a BT area up here. I probably should have checked that out before I left. So, let's take... Let's take a shotgun with us. And... Let's see, how much... I've got 2 things of blood grenades. Take 2 more of them with us. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get as high up this mountain as I can. Probably right... I am going to need an area that's somewhat flat. Should have kept a couple of those level 1 PCC units so I could, you know, throw up a generator if I needed to. But, yeah, let's just see how far we can make it. Actually, it looks like I should be able to maybe drive through right here.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Snag.
Yeah! Now entering chiral network coverage.
Free PCC unit. I'll take that. Alright, got all the cargo.
Recovered everything then. Great. Let's get it delivered.
That went better than expected. Okay, so now I gotta make it over here. So I'm thinking we'll drive from here.
Commencing route creation.
To there.
Delivery route finalized.
Gonna add a little chunk of time, but as long as I'm within the chiral network, I can build a generator. Oh shit. It's alright, we made it. Not yet. Yep, boost. Bye. All right, we made it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, can't see a damn thing.
You're mine.
Wowzer!
Wowzer. God, I hate Doll Man. I really do. Straight up whiteout conditions here, man. There we go. I can see clearly now. There's a pole there. Somebody should move it.
Gotcha.
Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Hope.
That one.
Well, I can't see clearly anymore.
Good morning.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage.
Got your stuff.
Hey, thanks. Risking your life to cross snowy mountains is a lot to ask of anyone. And rubbing shoulders with BTs to recover someone else's stuff, that's going above and beyond. You're one hell of a guy. Seriously.
I know.
Sit tight. I'll confirm the contents of your cargo right away. This cargo is damn near perfect to my eye. That's quite a feat.
That's because I'm a badass, my guy.
This. Honestly, I'd already written it off as... There's no denying your incredible skill. I'd like you to put this shelter on the...
Chiral shock cannon. Weapon that fires chiral particles at a special wavelength. Firing the cannon consumes crystals. Although extremely noisy, the chiral particles can penetrate walls to knock human targets unconscious. And inflict significant damage on BTs and mechs. The cannon's powerful recoil means it must be fixed in place before firing. Neat. Probably not going to use it, though, because if it's going to use up my crystals, I need that for building shit.
And now I'm finally online. Accordingly, I was able to analyze the cargo you just dropped off. Seems it was developed with the aid of an unknown technology, which I've taken to calling ghost tech. From what I can tell, it reacts to chiral radiation on a specific wavelength. The reason I mention it is because the chiral shock cannon data I shared with you is the product of research that leverages this principle. The chiral radiation it generates can pass through objects without destroying them. Practically speaking, this means you can incapacitate enemies hiding behind walls and such. It should also deal damage to BTs and mechs as well. It's pretty powerful as far as ranged weapons go. You can't use it without anchoring it to the ground first, though. Makes a lot of noise, too. Gotta think before you fire. You know, even I've heard stories about Higgs and his plans. So if the chiral shock cannon helps you stop him, that'll make my day. And if you can deliver my research data to South Fort Knott, you should be able to get some new and improved tech to help you out. There's a lot of other folks on this mountain doing specialized research. If you bring them onto the chiral network too, I'm sure they'll hook you up with all kinds of goodies.
Yeah, bye for now.
Thanks again. You've been a big help. Definitely couldn't have managed this on my own. I'm still concerned about the armed survivalists to the south of here, not to mention Higgs and his future plans. So I'll be rooting for you to keep on doing what you can to make things better for us all. I don't know if I can come up with anything else to help with that, but I'm willing to give it a try. Your support would be appreciated too. Anyway, I'm prepping some cargo I'd like taken to South Fort Knott. You're headed that way, right? Be warned that this cargo can explode if handled improperly, and should be considered extremely dangerous.
Lit.
So if and when you take this main order, handle it with the utmost care. Good luck with everything. I'll see you around.
Sam, apologies for the sudden call. Once again, I'm contacting you via our dedicated private line. No one else will be able to listen in on our conversation. I'll get to the point. Has Charlie ever behaved in a manner you felt was suspicious? I ask because his credibility, as routinely calculated by APAS, appears to have dropped sharply.
That Charlie.
Despite
Mannequin
attempting
guy.
to confirm his credentials via the UCA's National ID Registry, it does not appear anyone has ever actually met the man. It may well be the case that he does not even exist. A ghost, so to speak. I can only hope that my suspicions are unfounded. For now, Sam, proceed to South Fort Knott and put it on the chiral network as planned. It is imperative that we improve the DHV Magellan's capabilities to better contend with Higgs and his forces. And the sooner we connect all of Australia to the network, the better. When you are ready to proceed, you can pick up your next main order from the delivery terminal at this facility.
Okay.
Unable to obtain additional data from the DHV Magellan. Updating information with data from within chiral network coverage only.
Next destination is South Fort Knott. Several void outs triggered by terrorist attacks have recently occurred in the area, sending the city into a state of panic. The Phantom Smith has developed a device that may help deliver his chiral field controller prototypes to F6. Okay. Well, it looks like for the most part we just head straight south and avoid any sudden drops and we should be fine. So there's still somebody here on this part of the mountain. There's got to be somebody in this region as well.
Take care out there.
Well, I most certainly am going to need a generator before I get there. Now, theoretically, I could also just go right back over the mountains and, you know, back to the DHV Magellan, but, which, honestly, I might do that anyways, because it's either that or I build a generator about right here, and that's close enough to the Magellan, so.
Weapons restrictions.
Take care.
Let's, I guess let's head back to the Magellan.
creation. Delivery.
Just seems like it would be kind of pointless to build a generator so close to the Magellan.
I don't like the look of your cargo. It'll be beyond repair soon.
I'm not even sure how it got damaged, to be honest with you, but okay.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
All right, off we go. The tar therapist, huh? Apparently there's a tar therapist around here somewhere. Well, let's grab at least one of those, because I'll probably need that person to complete the chiral network. Problem is, I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to get back up once I get down there. But, YOLO. What's he gonna do? Ask it to lay on the couch and ask it to pour its tar out to him? Ha! Alright, and that's how we do that. So where's the tar therapist? The tar therapist is right here. Over on this side. So that'll connect this whole area. And actually, I might... No, I got some pretty volatile cargo. Let me deliver that first. I can probably take off my space helmet. Oh, there's another monorail. Wonder how much that takes. $600, $1,120, and $1,200. Not bad. I was going to repair them first. I forgot.
One moment while I confirm the cargo's condition.
Got an S rank anyway, so it don't matter.
This is an absolutely impeccable condition. Well now, this was not a delivery I was expecting you to... I'm on the cusp of a breakthrough thanks to you. Go ahead and connect...
Chiral Cannon. A weapon component for the pickup off-roader. Automatically fires accelerated chiral particles at enemies within range. Slow to fire, but extremely powerful. Bringing this cannon to populated areas is strongly discouraged. Well, it doesn't say that it uses chiral crystals, but I kind of assume that it will. So, probably won't use that either. Spiked tires for slopes. Pick up off-roader tires with studded spikes designed for mountainous terrain. They should allow you to traverse steep slopes that are otherwise impassable. This would have been great about 6 hours ago. But I'll still take it now.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Reduces floating carrier's chiral crystal consumption. Cool.
On the network at last, eh? I've been waiting for this moment for so very long. This should enable me to increase the pace of my research into new defensive solutions. As for the cargo you brought me, it's the culmination of the Phantom Smith's recent efforts. I applied a few finishing touches, and voila! I can now share with you the data for a chiral cannon. It is a devastatingly powerful weapon that can be mounted onto pickup off-roaders. You'll find it deals unparalleled damage to BTs as well as ghost mechs. Which might come in handy, since it's not just armed survivalists that have been sighted recently. It's ghost mechs too. It's hard to say, but Higgs might be up to something.
Probably is.
So that's all the more reason to have weapons suited to dealing with his minions. Ideally, this cannon would only be effective against BTs and mechs. Unfortunately, though, such firepower is more than enough to kill any human outright, so please use it wisely. In addition, I'm happy to share some new pickup off-roader tires that will significantly improve its traction. You can swap them in and out as you like when customizing your vehicles. I highly recommend using these if you're planning to tackle a snow-covered mountain.
Alright, see ya.
Thank you again for your help. I'll be sure to continue my research into ghost technology in the days ahead. I intend to look into ways of ensuring we have greater freedom of movement with our vehicles, even in dangerous areas. Any assistance you can provide would be greatly appreciated. Oh, before you go, I have a parting gift for you.
Uh-oh.
A gift I was instructed to give you by my mentor. This cargo will allow you to enhance the DHV Magellan's weaponry, per Tarman's request, I believe. I'll need some time to prepare it for transport, though. In the meantime, please avail yourself of the private room here. I'll be sure to post the order by the time you wake up. So, go on and have a good nap.
Sam, it's me. Our enemies have grown bolder and more aggressive, but I see you were all able to fend them off in the end. Chiral network coverage now stands in excess of 85% across Australia. We are already seeing indications of plate gate formation in the near future as well. Just a bit more, Sam. I know you and your comrades will finish what we've started, and to prepare for what's to come. I encourage you to rest in your private room. Be advised, Sam, that I've switched this call to private mode. We need to talk about Charlie. I reviewed the contract between APAC and Drawbridge and followed the money. By doing so, I was able to confirm that funding for Drawbridge was provided by none other than Bridges. Though they used intermediaries to obfuscate the transactions, Bridget is undoubtedly the source of your patrons' funds. In other words, Drawbridge cannot be considered as an independent civilian organization. Should these details come to light, your attempts to integrate Mexico and Australia into the chiral network could be misconstrued as an expansionist effort. When I tasked Drawbridge with these missions, it was under the assumption that it was a non-government operation. But I, APAC, and you yourselves may have all been deceived. I will continue to pursue this investigation for now. Take this time to rest and recover in your private room.
So did, like, Bridges, you know... Because there was another connection with Higgs and Bridges, too. So it's like, did Bridges get Drawbridge and APAC to do all this chiral network shit and then brought Higgs on board for some reason? Sam's frostbite and sunburn have healed. Frostbitten and sunburn. That's rough. That sounds like hell.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Just like old times.
Where are we?
This place does wonders for my mood. The repairs to the DHV Magellan are still ongoing, so I thought to return here and see if I couldn't make progress with our Lu investigation.
Learn anything new?
Well, at the Motherhood's facility, we managed to confirm that Lu's original serial number was none other than BB00. And this is what I found when I attempted to search for associated records. To build the chiral network, 9 sacrificial BBs were prepared. However, the network's original design required only one. A single sacrificial BB unit, facilitating chiral communications across the entire North American continent. This approach called for what was dubbed a core bridge baby, and BB00 was a lucky candidate assigned to play this role. However, Bridges subsequently abandoned the idea, their tests having failed to yield the desired results. And so it was that the model requiring multiple sacrificial BBs was ultimately adopted.
Meanwhile, Lu was placed into storage for an extended period, and for reasons yet unknown, inherited the identity of BB-28.
Records indicate that the Bridges research team was responsible for the reclassification.
Were they trying to cover up the earlier experiments by falsifying Lu's production year, perhaps? Or did Bridges have some other hidden agenda?
I'm afraid that remains unclear.
Well, we now know Lu was born 11 years ago. There may very well have been a connection with Neil.
You know, my fondness for this place isn't wholly nostalgic. It has the most delightful hot springs, you see. Though, truth be told, even they aren't my favorite thing about it. If you can find the time, you should come visit. Give the old bones a soak.
Oh, a warm bath does sound good.
Perfect treat for a weary traveler. Anyway, I'll see you aboard the Magellan.
I kind of feel like we already knew that information, though, about this sacrificial BBs and whatnot.
This is Tarmac.
I mean, I guess we did learn that they were trying to use only one.
Out there on the currents, bobbing along like before. Now that our connection has been re-established, I should finally be in a position to wrap up repairs on the ship. But that won't be enough for what's coming. We need to improve our weaponry as well. South Fort Knott is home to an exceptional researcher. It so happens that they were instrumental in the construction of this fine vessel, and they're preparing the latest and greatest weapons for our use as we speak. Just a few more hurdles, Sam.
Access the South Fort Knot delivery terminal and take care of the main order for me.
Well, all right then. It's weird that it like the dude said Australia's 85% connected now, but I'm still only on like episode 8 or 9 of like 17.
Thank you for coming. The aftermath child. You're the father.
Departing facility.
Hello, Sam. Feeling rested and refreshed? I finished preparing your next delivery for you. The equipment to enhance the DHV Magellan's weaponry. You'll find it utilizes cutting-edge technology, the fruits of our recent research. Oh, and my mentor also asked that you deliver a hearty good day to Tarman. Anyway, take on the main order and pick up the cargo.
Sure thing.
Sam, you'll forgive me for using our private line again.
And what if I don't?
I did a deep dive into the DHV Magellan's provenance. While it is indeed a civilian vessel that has been retrofitted for this mission, the financing for that work appears to have come from Bridget's own accounts, just like the funding for Drawbridge itself. It would be fair to say that this would make it a government vessel, in effect. Charlie was involved in all of the relevant transactions as well. This only increases the likelihood that Charlie has connections to the UCA. Of course, it now seems likely that Charlie does not exist. In which case, these actions may have actually been the work of APAC. If everything, including the extension of network infrastructure, was simply a pretext for territorial expansion, then it's plain our company has made a grave error. Further investigation is warranted, but that will require a little more time, as will the DHV Magellan's repairs, for that matter. This is a delicate situation that requires caution, and we cannot afford to ignore the threat that Higgs poses either. As such, your best course of action is to continue to undertake main orders and prioritize linking up the remainder of the continent. As always, I will contact you if and when I learn more. Don't let us down, Sam.
New material for rocket components. Okay. So we are going to take this order.
Delivery route finalized.
Oh, jeez. All right, let's talk about these tires. Let's go.
Order accepted. Thank you.
First, we're gonna offload these.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated.
And
The delivery will be assigned to another porter.
so we've also got these. All right. So first things first, we're gonna go talk to the tar therapist.
Stay safe. Come back soon.
Or not.
Sam, it's Deadman. Hartman is away on the beach, so I've taken the liberty of borrowing his Ha again in his absence. I've also been making use of my own time on the beach to scour the UCA database for answers about BB-00. As I told you before, it's much easier to get around their security from here. We previously thought that BB-00 was placed into storage and reclassified as BB-28, and that this was done by Bridges to conceal the existence of the Cord Bridge baby program from the public. However, it turns out that information was falsified. And now we know what really happened. Bridges intended to decommission and dispose of BB-00, but someone intervened behind the scenes. They ensured that BB-00 was spared and sent to a storage facility where it received the BB-28 serial number. Per the official records, however, BB-00 was decommissioned, and Bridges had no reason to believe otherwise. So, who do you think was behind this deception?
Neil.
Well, I determined which account was used to manipulate the BB
Because he
records.
worked for Bridges.
It was registered to a Bridges member with the highest level access permissions. As you may have guessed, Sam, it was the leader of the first expedition, Amelie.
Okay.
And she did it all just to protect Lou.
It was Amelie. I can't believe she went to such lengths. It was thanks to her that you could even meet Lou in the first place then.
Okay. So somehow there's something important about Lou that even Amelie got involved in sparing Lou. The plot thickens.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Well, that must be another mine. Need 1120 resins and 1320 special alloys to restore that.
see. A porter? Ah, of course. You've brought a delivery for me. Excellent. I'll assess its condition right away. So many orders handled in a single outing. Yours is a car overflow.
You better join the damn network.
Special. Of that I have no doubt.
Projectiles launched from the DHV Magellan's auxiliary cannon. They will burst open above their target location, transforming into golden hunters that will drag nearby humans into the tar, eliminating them without causing a void out. They are also effective at slowing down humanoid and ghost mechs. Okay then.
A Cupid? Ah, so that's why you and Drawbridge are out here. Very well, please. Connect me to your network.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
What a fascinating experience, this chiral network. Like nothing I've ever seen before. I'm a tar therapist, by the way. I heal people and fix natural anomalies with methods rooted in my own independent study of tar. My theories have other applications too, such as one relating to the golden hunters, which emerge from the currents. You see, I believe they can be launched from the DHV Magellan's cannons to render aid. To avail yourself of their services, you would need only request fire support from the vessel. And when deployed against human belligerents in this fashion, the golden hunters utilize tar to hinder and entrap their prey. But be warned that you can only call upon them within network coverage. And use them wisely. Okay?
Sure.
Thank you for taking the time to come see me. Do visit again. I'll be waiting for you.
Order completed. Well done.
Well, I'll be on my way then. Looks like the fastest way to get back to the Magellan is going to be to backtrack a tad. Alright, we are going to want to go left and around. I'm not going to put enough faith in these tires to get me over cliffs. We can make it that far.
I'm turning on
Oh yeah, look at that. Almost like I planned it that way or something.
Just a bit further now.
Vehicle destroyed by a considerate BT. Oh, was it my... No, my Tri-Cruiser's still sitting there. So, I'm not sure which vehicle it was that was destroyed by a considerate BT, but I don't recall leaving any vehicles just laying around. Yeah, I'm not sure how you'd spell battery besides that way. Sorry, we speak the same language, though.
Welcome back, Sam. I see you come bearing gifts. Just give me a moment to check your cargo. There don't seem to be any real problems with the cargo. Looks like the end is finally in sight, Sam.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Here's a little something for you. Feel free to use it.
Oh, cool.
We'll prep the main cannon for immediate use and look into making improvements to the other armaments as well. It won't be long now till the DHV Magellan is fully operational. Fragile and the others should be back soon too. Anyway, I'd better hurry up and see to the remaining repairs. Thanks again, Sam.
Sam, your next objective will also be your last. Terminal Fort Knott. To put them on the grid, you'll first need to link up the Southern Environmental Observatory. It's safe to assume that this final step will be the most challenging yet. For now, you should rest in the private room to ensure you're well prepared for what's to come.
It feels like they're prepping for endgame stuff, but I'm still only on like episode 9 out of like 17. Okay, so the only thing I can do right now is check on Lou. And it looks like the BB pod is empty. Here's your next objective. But first, we need you to do this. I don't know, it kind of irritates me when games do that.
Did you sleep well, Sam? Repairs to the DHV Magellan are now complete. We're ready for you to chart our next course. The main cannon is being fitted as well, but it'll take a while for it to be calibrated. I'll let you know when it's ready for use. Anyway, the new and improved DHV Magellan is now at your service. Finish off anything you need to do out there, then prepare to continue expanding the chiral network. We're counting on you, Sam.
Destroy all chiral jammers and eliminate the threat to the Southern Environmental Observatory. Can handle that.
Sam, this is Charlie. Your next order requires that you accomplish 2 specific objectives. First of all, you are to proceed to the armed survivalist base and destroy all the chiral jammers you find there. So long as even a single one remains active, you will be unable to use your Cupid to link up the next facility. It is therefore essential that you remove this impediment before proceeding any further. Our latest reports indicate that there are hostiles on site who are equipped with electromagnetic shields. This would give them a significant defensive advantage, so engaging them head-on in a firefight may lead to a prolonged and difficult struggle. If you intend to go on the offensive, consider the properties of your weapons carefully before deciding which ones to bring with you. After you have destroyed all the chiral jammers at the enemy's base, head directly to the Southern Environmental Observatory. A contingent of ghost mechs has been sighted dangerously close to the facility. We need to bring it onto the chiral network before these mechs can get into position and prevent us from doing so. Once you've extended network coverage, the DHV Magellan can move there to provide support. There's no time to waste, Sam.
Well, alright. Guess we're gonna go in armed to the teeth. Alright. Let's do it.
That's the way.
Yeah!
Now, I'm going to try to do this, you know, stealthy and stuff. But I kind of doubt that's going to work. I'll tell you what, though. These tires are dope. Got some grip. That's right. What you know about that grip? God damn it. Ugh.
Are you okay, Sam?
Well, I took out one guy with some stealth, and then that was the end of that. Why won't you just be a good boy and die? I ain't gonna pass up a free level 2 PCC unit, that's for sure. What you got in your post box, bud? Nothing too great, but I'm gonna take everything, even if it doesn't make me happy. Wait, that's where I already was. I already took all of them out. All right, got them all.
more jammers to worry about. Let's head to the Southern Environmental Observatory.
That's how you do that.
You're mine.
But we're not out of the woods yet, because there's ghost mechs around here apparently as well.
Now entering chiral network coverage.
Bunch of weapons around here. That
See
can't
that,
be a
Sam?
coincidence.
Those ghost mechs up ahead haven't noticed we're here. Let's try and keep it that way, shall we?
You're mine.
Hey Sam, it's Tarman. We've almost finished making our adjustments to the DHV Magellan's main cannon. Once you've brought the Southern Environmental Observatory into the chiral network, that region will be within range of our weaponry. So feel free to let us deal with the remaining hostiles over there. Just focus on getting you and your Cupid to the observatory and putting it on the grid ASAP. You can do it.
Sir, yes, sir. Now, I did pick up a new weapon I can't fabricate. A rocket launcher that fires 7 powerful rockets in quick succession. Rockets fly in a straight line and explode with deadly force on impact, also unleashing a cloud of anti-BT blood. Despite its destructive potential, the launcher has been engineered to be lightweight, allowing for storage as a medium-sized piece of cargo. Yeah.
That's the way.
Oh yeah, that would have been great. But there's a lot of free weapons around here. It's starting to worry me a little bit. They wouldn't just give me a, 7 rocket launcher. 7 rocket launcher for no reason.
Look that one. Oh, shit.
Hopefully I can access my cargo menu before shit hits the fan.
How did all these ghost mechs manage to make it?
Okay. That can go in the utility pouch. I don't need that, or that, or that, or that, or that, or that on me right now. Now what I am going to want is that, 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 that. Well, that's rubber bullets. Yeah, we'll go with that.
The facility is in danger. We need to eliminate them before they attack. Get behind cover! Reinforcements. Here they come, Sam.
Ah! There.
Oh, honestly, Sam, you're incredible. We should be able to connect the facility to the network now.
That's right. Don't mess with Sam Bridges.
welcome sight, mate. Not sure we'd have survived if you hadn't shown up when you did. Let me check your order info. You fought like hell, mate. Thanks for the help.
Getting my money's worth right there. Got a trophy.
You know, I can't imagine what would have happened to this place if you'd never come along. I really can't.
I would have felt a lot less happy about what I just did had I not gotten a trophy for it.
And now we can finally get on the chiral network. Connect that Cupid of yours.
Yeah, now I'm really playing the game. I got a trophy.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Connection established without issue. Well, that's a relief. Our staff have all been taking shelter underground on account of the emergency situation. But now I think we can relax a little bit. More accurate observations ought to help too. Speaking of which, we've detected abrupt chiral field disruptions in several locations. Indicative of plate gate emergence, I reckon. Keep expanding network coverage and we'll find out soon enough. Unfortunately, though, the tar currents near our facility are still looking awfully rough, so we can't declare our emergency resolved just yet.
Got a feeling we'll
the
be...
DHV Magellan won't be able to join you here either. It's gonna take some work to get to the bottom of this mess.
Got a feeling we'll have another meeting with Neil here pretty soon.
Too much for you given the circumstances, but I'll be sure to thank you properly later. Just know that we're all really grateful. Take care, mate.
Uh-oh! Guitar goblin!
Does he look okay?
You know, truth be told, I don't really care if you and your crew link up the continent or not. Because I'm here just for one reason.
Get up!
And that's to make you suffer. Can't kill a repatriate for good. Boy, you're about to learn. There's far worse things than dying. So, let's kick it off with some pain.
Jesus.
Everlasting flamethrower here has a little bit of an appetite for Kyrit. So, the moment you come back from the seam all covered in the stuff, flames roar to life, the body starts to burn once more. You will writhe in agony. And then you will die. And you'll return once more. Nothing you can do to get you out of it. And it won't be long before the pain becomes more than physical. painful past? The whole child of a partner who betrayed you once upon a time thing, I mean. Yeah. That's it. Suffer for me, baby. There ain't no turning gazer for you, Sam. No crossing over to the other side. So suffer. Yeah. Suffer. Rue the day you were born.
He's gonna rue the day he messed with the extreme. We're talking imminent ruage.
I'll stay with you by your side. Close your tired eyes, and I'll wait. And soon I'll see your smile in our dream. And
I've got MGS 4 PTSD right now.
I'll stay with you by your side. Close your tired eyes. I'll wait, and soon I'll see your smiling.
I feel like the way Sam feels right now is how we're gonna feel at work tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow,
What did he do to you?
kick his ass.
Oops. Catch you later.
Oops.
He's stuck in a loop of death and resurrection. Before his heart is completely incinerated, he returns to us. His body is restored, only to be burned again. Don't. Even if you speed up time, the flames won't die.
Where's Rainey? She can restore things.
Come on, Sam. Come on. I don't know what to do.
There's my thumbnail for YouTube. Well, that was something. Tell you what, tomorrow has a hell of a hook, though.
We've extended chiral network coverage all the way to the Southern Environmental Observatory, and it's all thanks to Sam. His injuries have completely healed, too. Deadman, by way of Hartman's Ha, said as much after he finished his examination.
Trust me, Fragile. I'm a doctor, and I know Sam's body better than just about anyone. He's doing fine. No need to worry. Thanks to a healthy dose of Rainey's Corfol, he's as good as new. Or right as rain, as you might say. Even for a repatriate, to die and be resurrected so many times in quick succession, I feared the worst. It's a miracle he made it through.
I'm sorry to say that the tar currents near the Southern Environmental Observatory are still unstable. Consequently, we'll need to keep the DHV Magellan here to defend the facility for the time being. All things considered, paving the way to Terminal Fort Knott is a Herculean task, and Sam's going to have to dig deep to see it done.
Don't worry, Sam's up for the challenge.
Thanks to Tarman and Deadman's efforts, his Ha may have made a full recovery. But the same can't be said of his Ka. And this journey was also meant to give Sam's mind an opportunity to heal. Isn't that right, Fragile? Soon, we'll have linked up our final objective. This will mark the end of our travels together. Which means the time to have that conversation with Sam is fast approaching. I believe we should tell him sooner rather than later. But what do you think? Well, perhaps I should broach the subject first. Something wrong?
Lou's not looking right in there.
Here, show me.
What do you think? It's almost like Lou's fading away.
Is that so? And I'd say we're making progress.
I don't understand.
She asked me to help. What? Before we set out on our journey together, Fragile, she asked me to help you. To act as your therapist so that you could process the loss of your child. Sam, hear me out. Lou's been gone for a long, long time now.
No. Lou's right here. We just traveled across Australia together. I'll show you.
The pod you brought on this journey has been empty from the start. The truth is, I'm the one who's been operating your Odra deck, and it's because of that connection that I was able to share your flashbacks.
Hey, Sam. Can you take a picture of us?
Do you see? Nothing has changed. The pod has always been empty. We decided not to dispute what you said you saw, but to give you the support you needed instead. In this way, we believed we could help you come to terms with Lou's death.
Wait, what do you mean Lou's death? What are you talking about?
Please understand, Sam. We never meant to string you along.
Fragile was only worried about you.
I couldn't stand to leave you there, broken. I wanted you to live, to move forward.
So from the beginning, Lou was never there? I've been alone this whole time.
You're wrong. Death can tear us apart. We'll always be connected.
No, we won't. Lou's gone. And that's that.
Trust me, Sam. We will always be with you, no matter what. You will never, ever be alone.
should allow us to resolve this problem. But the DHV Magellan must remain stationed at the Southern Environmental Observatory to defend it from potential threats, meaning we cannot provide you with transport. You've helped us come this far. Too far to give up when we're so close. Sam, you're the only one who can handle this job. Take as long as you need, but whenever you're ready, access the terminal at Hartman's lab and review the brief for this main order.
Rainy! Something wrong tomorrow?
As sad as that scene was, I was expecting a little bit more emotion out of Sam than what we got. There was something about that scene that just kind of, like, the scene with Higgs and, you know, all that was something. But I don't know, I feel like the revelation of, like, it seemed like it was going there, right? When he's like, what do you mean Lou's dead? You know what I mean? And it seemed like he was, like, getting ready to go off the rails, and then he just, you know, cries in the shower, and now he's just like, okay, you know, back to work. Like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it just doesn't seem like there's any consequences to what just happened. You know, it's just, okay, brush it off, get back to work. And I'm sorry, but if I was in Sam's shoes, I'd just be like, fuck y'all, fuck this network, fuck this ship, fuck all this shit. I'm done with your guys' bullshit. Fuck all this shit. I'm done. You know, and it just, I don't know, it was getting there, and then it just, like, the wind got taken out of the sails, and now it's just, okay, back to work. Same. It just, there's something that's not, I feel like there's something missing, and I can't put my finger on what it is. I mean, the portrayal of the character I don't really have an issue with, and I feel like, yeah, Norman Reedus did a really good job in the first game of this character. But in this one, it just seems like he's not even there.
It's important to remember that defeating these entities are...
That's all you gotta say? Alright, fuck you then, too. Alright, well, I still got some time, so let's see what happens. Going out without the pod.
Sam, Tarman here.
Lou's mood has
I want you to
improved.
take a good look at the DHV Magellan. Her main cannons are operational, and it's all thanks to you. Contact us whenever you require fire support, and we'll be sure to oblige.
Good morning to you. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised.
Okay, so we gotta travel back to Hartman's lab, which is way over here. Trying to think of the fastest way for me to get there. Honestly, probably to travel to South Fort Knott and fast travel to this transponder right here. But then I won't have a vehicle, so depending on what cargo I have, I won't have a vehicle. I suppose maybe I could fabricate one here. And so I'm guessing that this last location is down here. So there's got to be a couple other people up in here that I've missed so far. But alright, I guess let's just hop on the old off-roader. You know what I could probably do, actually? I could probably trade my off-roader for the reverse trike. Could probably do that and then just make a pit stop maybe here at East Fort Knott to recharge the battery. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll speed up the travel time a little.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Let's keep the assault rifle and the shotgun. The rest of this can go in my private locker. Also have the machine gun still.
Your service in transporting this cargo is approved. The delivery will be assigned to another porter.
I'll take a couple of these with me, so I've got generators if I need them. Container repair spray always comes in handy. So let's see if we can make it to
Commencing route creation.
East Fort Knott.
Delivery.
That didn't go as
Oh
planned.
boy, that must hurt. I sincerely hope you understand, Sam. Fragile never stopped thinking about how all of this was affecting you. Whenever you weren't around or were asleep, Fragile approached me to see how you were holding up under the strain. She wanted to know how often you talked to ruins. She had faith that you would one day come to accept the reality of your situation. It wasn't just for your sake. Fragile needed you too.
I feel like there was potential in all of that to have some really good character building. And there just wasn't any. I'm curious to see what this is. This looks like a piece of road or something that's already built. Whoops. We're gonna just leave him alone. Little fella. It's a random stretch of pre-built road. I'll take it. Apparently the pizza chef made that. Extremely pure water. It's going to be close. should be on their grid here, like, at any point. There we go. Look at that.
The cream of the crop!
And nobody does it better than Sam. Yeah, that's one thing that I do severely miss from the first game is no charging stations at the... At least I haven't seen a charging station at any of the locations. In the first one, a lot of the major locations had battery chargers. Yo, what up, Gorn? We'll repair our vehicle and get a full battery back, and we'll continue on for the next leg of the adventure. Let's see, so from here... I'll make a pit stop at this generator that I built earlier. That should just about get me to Hartman's lab. If I go from this generator and across the street, or across the river, and then through this camp over into the desert, that's all flat. And I do have another generator here that I could recharge at, and that'll definitely get me to Hartman's lab. So let's do that. Head to that generator.
Delivery route finalized.
So there we go. I mean, unless they do any massive changes to it, I don't see how Kojima not being involved is really going to be an issue. Now, granted, it would be nice if he was, but as long as they stick to the original source material, which it seems like they're going to, I think it'll be fine. I am looking forward to Delta, though, for sure. MGS3, in my opinion, was one of the better Metal Gears. Wasn't a huge fan of the second one. To be completely honest and out front about that. It's a fine game, but the main character ruins it for me. The third one was just a damn good game. Is there going to be a better spot to cross this river? Yes, up here.
Let's get going.
I think, as a matter of fact, when it comes to Delta, I think anybody that's expecting anything different than a remake of the original is setting themselves up for disappointment. And what I mean by that is, I've seen so many people going, "Oh, I hope they add this. I hope they add that." You know, and it's like there's a couple improvements I'd like to see, but for the most part, I think people are going into it expecting the wrong thing. The first one, I'd have to say, is probably my favorite, MGS1. It was the first one that I played, and I think the story and the voice acting in that game is just phenomenal. I also am one of the few people that enjoy both the original and the Twin Snakes remake. I think the Twin Snakes remake is a fine version. The bottom line is you just can't make people happy. People think they know what they want until they get it, and then they're like, "No, I wanted it this way instead." It's like when it's like when a toddler asks you for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then they complain that there's like strawberry jelly instead of grape jelly, and they didn't specify what kind of jelly. It's like that. But I'd have to say the first one's my favorite, followed by probably the fourth game. After that, I'd say probably the third game. And then at that point, honestly, it's a toss-up between MGS2 and MGS5. I know Peace Walker's included in there somewhere, but I'm just looking at the numbered titles, 1 through 5. So yeah, I'd have to say 1, 4, 3, probably 2, and then 5. Would be my order on those. There it is.
Anytime now.
Yeah, luckily I've hung on to a PS3 since I've had one. As a matter of fact, earlier this year, my PS3 disc drive actually quit working. And while my brother Grim and I were actually out doing some retro game hunting, I went into a retro game shop and I asked the staff there, I'm like, y'all wouldn't happen to have a spare PS3 disc drive laying around, would you? That I could buy off of you? It's like I was getting ready to order one off of eBay and, repair my PS3. I'm like, but if y'all have a spare one, laying around somewhere, I'd rather buy one from, a local retro store than order one off the internet. And the guy brings me out a whole PS3, and he's just like, "Yeah, there's one in there." And I'm just like, "Well, I was hoping you guys just had one that was loose, one that was just already out and everything like that." And he goes, "Well, take it apart. It's loose." I'm like, "Okay." So, like, how much you want for it? And the guy goes, $20. I'm like, for the whole unit? And he goes, yeah. He goes, it's worthless to me without a disk drive. He's like, I'll give it to you for $20 if you take the whole thing, because I don't want the whole thing taking up space. in the shop because nobody's going to buy it without a disc drive. I'm like, okay. And the warranty seal was still intact. So I'm like, have you guys even taken this thing apart? Like, ever? And he's like, no. I'm like, so you don't even know if it works, period. He's like, no, you're taking a $20 gamble. I'm like, okay, well, that's fair. Well, I got home, I plugged it in, fired right up, threw a game in it, and I never even took the disc drive out of it. I just shelved my original PS3. I still have it. Just swapped hard drives, and now I've got 2 PS3s, one with a non-working disc drive. But I scored a fully working PS3 for 20 bucks. It's one of the original 80 gig, well, not original, but the second gen fat models. You know, so it's not a backwards compatible one, unfortunately. But so it's a second gen fat 80 gig model, which is exactly what I already had, because the PS3s have like, I think at least 4 different types of Blu-ray drives. So if you're going to replace your own, you need to make sure you match it up with a donor drive from the same model. Basically, there's several models that use the same one, but the best course of action is just to find the model number of the one that you have and just match it up with a donor one. And so it's the exact same model of the 80 gig PS3 that I had already had. Yeah, I was pretty stoked about that. And the user profile and everything was still intact from the previous owner. His name was J-Dog. J-Dog, thank you for your sacrifice on trading in your PS3 so I could get it for 20 bucks.
Sam, I'm sorry we couldn't bring you straight here on the DHV Magellan. That was one hell of a trip, and you must be absolutely knackered. Be sure to take as long as you need to rest before tackling more work. All right? For my part, I'll have a crack at assessing several potential routes for your next main order. We can discuss them when we take a look at the map later on. As for the cargo, I'll let Charlie tell you all about it.
Unfortunately, the game hunting videos have kind of been put on pause.
Sam, this is Charlie. Network infrastructure between the Southern Environmental Observatory and Terminal Fort Knott has been disabled for reasons unknown, though we strongly suspect Ghostmech's sabotage is to blame. To address this, we've decided to reroute network traffic through the F7 North Distribution Center. However, the distance is too great for us to establish a direct connection at this time. That being the case, we'll need to utilize the way stations situated between the 2 sites. The device required to activate them is stored at this facility, collected before embarking on your journey to the distribution center. You know what to do, Sam. We'll rendezvous on site later.
All right, well, let's get this done then. I don't recall having how do I have returnable orders? I have nothing in my inventory that actually is. Okay, fine. Yeah. I guess I'll return orders I ain't got. Heard about the too many games you mentioned, but I was seeing some game prices there, and was just getting outrageous more than it already was. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I've got about 2 months of employment left, and then I'm losing my job. So, buying anything that I don't need right now is kind of foolish.
Nice to meet you. Oh, wait. We've met before. At this very facility, in fact. You might remember? My hand, at least. How's our mutual friend doing? Hartman and I have been working together to study water samples collected on the beach. My research prevents me from leaving this place. So I'm going to have to rely on you, Sam. Allow me to review your order information. Well, look at what...
No, I've actually been at my place for 12 years. management came out and told us probably 2 months ago that you guys make too much money. We're transferring all the work to another place where we can pay people less. So, there's that. I have no idea where this lost cargo came from. It's not in my inventory.
I've made great strides in my work thanks
Ooh.
to you, and want to give you this data as thanks.
I'll take an extra battery. A better extra battery.
I am increasing the amount of materials you can use.
Now displaying your current portal grade.
The schematic I've shared is for a refined... It boasts increased capacity, despite no... It's one of the research projects. I think there's still plenty. You know, Sam, we've actually got something in common. Dudes. I can hear the way...
No, I picked up nothing on my way, and I even double-checked my inventory, and there was nothing in there about lost cargo. So I have no idea how it ended up there.
Between the beach and our world.
Unless maybe it got put in my private locker here. That's a possibility.
I also discovered that my body had begun to undergo certain changes. I had developed a condition that affected me every 21 minutes. I know, just like a certain someone. Our symptoms are a little different, though.
But it is what it is. I mean, the thing of it is I'm not a huge fan of the job, but the pay is what kept me there. So it's one of them things like, you know, I'm trying to see it as a positive that, you know, because it was always, you know, I don't want to give up, I don't want to take a pay cut, you know, I don't want to lose my benefits, I don't want to lose my vacation time that I built up over a decade, all that kind of stuff. So it's one of them things. The cost of leaving to me was too great, but it's like leaving the place was almost like the level of fantasy. You know, it's like a wet dream thinking about leaving that place. So it's like I'm trying to look at it with a positive spin. Like, okay, this is now my opportunity where all of those reasons for leaving that were keeping me there are now off the table. I mean, they're forcing my hand, but it's like this is now an opportunity for me to maybe do something that gives me a little more satisfaction. I mean, I've only got a high school diploma, you know, so it's like my employment credentials are pretty much the experience that I've gained at this place. You know what I mean? So my options aren't great, and the job market really does suck right now. So I have no idea what I'm going to end up doing, but I'm still trying to keep a positive outlook on it. But yeah, it's just right now when it comes to like retro game hunting and stuff, it's just not going to happen. And I'm probably going to end up saving like $15-20 out of each paycheck for the next month to pay for Delta when it comes out.
I hope I can call on you again. Please tell our friend I say hello.
Because when Grim and I go game hunting together,
Order completed. Well done.
We are terrible influences on each other. We will openly question each other's fandom for things and encourage each other to make bad decisions. Oh boy. Deliver the network stabilizer to F7. Oh, okay, we actually haven't linked that one up yet. Well, I think what I'll do to make this trip worthwhile is I'll make a trip to the Ghost Hunter. Nah, no, we're not going to do that. We're just going to take the same route back, I think.
Listen up, Sam. The F7 North Distribution Center is a long ways away. And by my reckoning, there's a number of different viable routes. The shortest, most direct path would involve you cutting through the snowy mountains. A dangerous proposition to say the least. You might find zip lines, ladders, and other structures en route to make your life a little easier. But without those conveniences, you'll need to make that deadly trek the hard way. If you're still keen, make sure you pack all the mountain climbing essentials and then some. Alternatively, you could forego the mountain route and circle round to take advantage of the roads to the east. Though if they're still in disrepair, or there aren't any bridges or other structures available, you'll need to come prepared to put in some work. Finally, heading west around the mountains would mean retracing your steps and going back the way you came.
Except that's not the way I came, though.
Reporters have already made use of that route since you paved the way. I imagine you'll find it easier going than the first time through. That route will also bring you close to the monorail. Get it up and running, and you can catch a ride, too. Ultimately, though. So
Yeah, thanks for nothing. I already know which way I'm going. We're just going to head back the way we came.
Thank you.
That wasn't it. I should have enough battery left to make it back to my generator over here.
Commencing route creation. Delivery.
But once I finish up this delivery is probably where I'll call it a night for the night. There's my generator right up here. At least I thought it was right up here. Should be coming up on it at any moment, though. Oh, I forgot to actually make me another battery before I took off. I was gonna make that level 2 battery, but oh well.
Just a little bit more.
You know, at this point in the game, though, it's like I almost feel like the game has set you up. Like, all right, yeah, you're going to get used to the, you know, the Magellan being there at your every beck and call whenever you need it, and then we're just going to take it away and make you deal without it. rather than just, you know, fending for yourself the entire game.
Someone's out there.
Whoops. Never got into the Spider-Man games a whole lot myself. Now, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man on the PS2 back in the day, played the shit out of that one. But, yeah, it's been probably a good 20 years since I've played a Spider-Man game. But the Marvel series and the Marvel, even the DC stuff, all the comic book, you know, movies and games, kind of got burnt out on them fairly quick because they did so goddamn many of them. I mean, like, the old Spider-Man movies I enjoy, but more, those are more just because they're decent movies rather than because they're superhero movies, you know what I mean? But then again, so the new Spider-Mans don't really play into the MCU, it's more of Insomniac's spin on the Spider-Man comics. But it's like, I almost don't care what the movie was. Late 90s and early 2000s movies were just fantastic. Like, there were so many good movies from, like, probably 94 up until, you know, the late 2000s. Somewhere in there. But, you know, it's one of them things, though, the more time goes on, the older I get, the more I start yelling at kids to get off my lawn, and, you know, things I grew up with were better than anything we have today. You know, typical getting old shit. Yeah, and I'm starting to think too that, you know, the fact that you know, we just lost Ozzy, that might be what, you know, pushes me over the edge into a midlife crisis because my childhood is dying. I would like to see a new Spawn movie or game. Yeah, another Punisher game would be nice, because there was a Punisher game for the PS2 that I wouldn't mind getting a hold of, but it's expensive. And I do have to say the Deadpool movies were fantastic. I loved all three of those. I mean, over time, Ozzy was just one of those guys that just became, you know, beloved across the world, regardless of whether you were like a big music person or not. You know what I mean? He was just one of them people that transcended music. But for Grim and I, We grew up with the Ozman on the radio on a very regular basis. Whoops. Okay. Oh, I'm sure it was several hours. Several dozen hours, as a matter of fact. Neat. I didn't know my tires did that when I was on a slope. I thought it only did that in water. I really should have planned this route probably more efficiently, but looks like if I go right through here, it should be just about alright. Now we're on the open road like Goofy and Max. How much farther do we got? Whew, making it to there without a generator might be a little tricky. But I've got PCC units, so I ain't too worried about it. That wasn't too smart. And that's how we do that. Let's see. Can I make it on the battery I've got left? That's going to be a tough one. Honestly, so far, I'm probably in the minority camp, but I've enjoyed the first one more than this one. Not to say that this one is, you know, a bad game. I just found myself enjoying the first one more, I think, with the amount of time I've put into it so far. Did all of the mountains on foot in your playthrough. Yeah, that sounds like a chore. And here's the other thing. I feel like this game would be more enjoyable for me to play if I was doing it off stream. Because if I was to actually play this game and do things like that, like go through the mountains on foot and everything like that, then I would be taking the time to just explore and experience the game and do a bunch of different things that I'm not doing now. But for the sake of time, you know, I'm trying to get through the game not like super fast, but I'm also not trying to drag it out because I get 2 days a week. You know what I mean? So it's like I could spend an entire like week's worth of streams just probably, you know, making 1 or 2 deliveries because, you know, it's taking so long to do it that way. So I try to keep the game and the story moving along to a certain degree. And I've come to find that out with several games over the years, that some of them are just better to play, you know, on your own time when you've got the time to really dedicate a proper playthrough to it. Now, like I said, this one's not bad by any means, but the first one was just more enjoyable for me. I feel like the story was just better written. I feel like the story had more impact, more consequences. Felt like the characters were more thought out. Looky there, made it with just barely enough battery. I have not played Frozen Wilds yet. What I would like to do is finish this game up maybe a week or 2 before the release of Delta. And if I can finish this game up a week or 2 before Delta, then that'll give me time to because, like, the Frozen Wilds, I think, on howlongtobeat.com was, like, 6 or 8 hours. So that would give me time to, you know, if I can finish this game up a week before the Delta release, then I can play the Frozen Wilds before Delta, and then I can actually get into speedrunning Frozen Wilds and, you know, make use of the weapons and all that stuff that come with it. I've seen people, you know, messing around with the Mount Yeets in both games. I haven't paid a whole lot of attention to it. I did mess around with it a little bit myself in Zero Dawn, but it just...
I'm guessing you're Sam, right?
Wasn't consistent enough for me to want to worry about it anymore.
I should only need a moment to inspect the cargo. I've got to say, the cargo...
I mean, they're doable. It's just they're not consistent enough, or at least nobody's found a way to make them consistent enough and usable. At least not yet, anyways. But they do work, at least in a limited capacity.
Hopefully this won't be the last time. Okay, use your Cupid to put us online.
In the limited testing that I did, it seemed like it was pretty similar to Forbidden West, where it seemed like you kind of go halfway between fast travel points. Several of my attempts resulted in death, but I think there was only once or twice I managed to pull off a Mount Yeet from Meridian to the southwest. In order to do them in the remaster, because you can't open the map during the override, but if you start the override animation, like basically the way that I would do it is I would press triangle, and as soon as, like, while she's doing the animation of, you know, sticking the staff or sticking the spear into it to start the override, that's when you can open the map. Or if you start the override and let off the button. So, like, while the override bar is on screen, well, actually, in the remaster, there is no override bar. You just see the, you know, the dial. But while that's going, you can't open the map. But on the way, you know, thrusting the spear in and taking the spear out, you can open the map during that. Ooh, the quadruple rocket launcher. Those are nice.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Well, looks like we're finally on the chiral network. I really respect what you drawbridge folks have been doing. Being a part of it all is such
The quadruple
a great honor.
rocket launcher came in
The
very
situation
handy in the
here
first
was
game.
pretty dire,
And
but deep down, I
they
just
gave it to
knew
you
that
right
with
before
your
you
help,
needed it. So I got a feeling maybe I shouldn't have started this
broke my
delivery
heart when
tonight.
the Earth opened up and swallowed Cardinal Fort Knott. Ever since that day, the tar currents and chiral fields have only grown more unstable. I doubt these anomalies will get any better until you finish linking up the continent. But only a bit further to go, right? I'm sure we can finish strong. I just hope all the ghost mechs sighted in this region lately won't slow you down. They're with Higgs, right? He has everyone worried. So, to better prepare you for whatever he has planned, I've shared data for a quadruple rocket launcher. Don't hesitate to use it to keep yourself safe.
Yeah, I'd better. I'll just
Thank
move
you
on.
again for stopping by. So you know, we intend to continue research and development of powerful technologies. We'll give it everything we've got, but with our limited number of staff, it might take a while. And we'd appreciate any help you can provide as well. I wish you and all the drawbridge folks the very best of luck.
Sam, the tar currents are behaving strangely again.
Of course they are.
We're unable to rendezvous with you just yet. The conditions are similar to when we observed that tarfall phenomenon before. I strongly urge you to proceed with caution.
This is Neil's doing, Sam. I'm sure we'll find him waiting for you beyond the tarfall. You need to confront him one last time.
Well, that's not going to
There's
happen
still so
tonight.
much we don't know about what happened 11 years ago. The nature of his relationship with Lucy, the baby that she was carrying at the time, and Lou, who was apparently born back then too. We need to see how all these pieces fit together if we're ever going to find the whole truth. So meet with Neil Vanna and settle things once and for all.
We will save that for Sunday night. I'm going to make a save right here. And this is a good point to put a stop for the night because I'm sitting at, you know, rapidly approaching 3.5 hours. So we're going to do that. Made some more decent progress today. Let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections that aren't linked up yet. And I don't know if I'll actually get quests for these or not. Because I know, like, the... or was it the tar therapist? That one I had to just find lost cargo for. The ghost hunter I had to do, you know, some extra stuff for and things like that. So we'll just have to see where this takes us on Sunday. But tomorrow night I'll be hanging out in the Grim Gamers chat again while he plays The Operative, No One Lives Forever on the PS2. Grim does a lot more retro stuff than I do, but that's the cool thing about hanging out with me and Grim. You get a lot of stuff. You go way back. You got some newer stuff. You got some older stuff, and everything in between the two of us. So it's a lot of fun. So feel free to chat with us, you know, throughout the day and throughout the week on the Grim Beards and Discord. And For those of you on YouTube, there will be a subscribe button up there and a playlist over there for this entire Death Stranding 2 playthrough. Corn, thanks for stopping by. It was good chatting with you for a little while. Jens, thanks for stopping by. It was good chatting with you for a while as well. And Grim, as always, thanks for hanging out with me for the last 3 hours. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning where I'm at here in the States, so it's time for me to lay down and flop around like a fish while I attempt to sleep. So, and it's going to be a hot one tomorrow over here too, so we're going to die a little tomorrow. So, rest up, everybody. We got a long day ahead of us tomorrow. So until I see y'all next time, stay suave.